They say knowledge is power, but that's only half the truth. Knowledge without action is just potential. In today's world, skills are the real power, especially high-demand, high-paying skills that make you irreplaceable in the marketplace. Here is a reality: with AI evolving faster than ever, not every skill will survive the next decade. So the question is, which skill should you focus on? Which one stay evergreen, transfer across industry, and multiply your value no matter where you go? Hi friend, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, my name is Lincoln. Quick story about me. I moved to Australia barely speaking any English. Fast forward, I have built an active multiple business with 10x valuation all before turning 35. Today, I am sharing 5 high-income battle test skills that helped me get here. These aren't just random talents. They are trainable, transferable, and the longer you sharpen them, the more valuable you will become. Let's dive in. Skill number 1, public speaking. Warren Buffett once said, if you can't communicate, it's like winking at a girl in the dark. Nothing happens. He believes mastering communication could increase your value by at least 50%. I believe it could do even more. It could change your life. Let me take you back for a second. When I graduated with a top 5% ranking in my accounting and finance degree, I thought I was set. I had the grades, the resume, the technical skill, everything you would think would guarantee a solid career start. But then reality hits. I sent out 172 resumes and landed less than 10 interviews. I failed every single one, not because I lacked knowledge, but because I couldn't communicate my value. See, I am a naturally introverted guy. I moved to Australia without knowing a word of English. In school, I was mocked for my Chinese accent. Every conversation felt like a battle, so I did what most introverts do. I stayed quiet and worked hard behind the scenes, thinking my skill would speak for themselves. But here is a hard truth. Skills don't speak unless you do. It wasn't until I joined Toastmasters and committed to learning public speaking that everything started to shift. And I mean everything. Fast forward today, I have spoken on TEDx stage, led seminars across the world, and built multiple businesses, not because I am the most confident, not because I am the smartest, but because I learned how to tell my story in a way that connects and inspires. The more I developed this skill, the more I realized what used to feel like my weakness, my accent, my introversion, my story, becomes my advantage. Now, it's my purpose to pass that on because I believe your voice matters. The world needs your story too. So here's my invitation to you. Start today, record voice notes, share your ideas, practice out loud. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Skill number 2, sales. For a long time, I thought sales was pushy. The word sales used to trigger an image in my head for someone in a trip shoot, pushing a product I didn't want, using pressure and fake charm. I didn't want to be that person, so I avoided learning the skill altogether. But everything changed when I started my first business as a home tutor. Suddenly, half of my job wasn't just teaching, it was connecting. Every student had their own story, their own struggles, and their own resistance. And if I couldn't connect with them emotionally, they wouldn't learn. So I had to sell the benefit of the subject in a way that made sense to them. And I will never forget what happened next. Within months, I became the most booked tutor in my entire state. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, booked out 2 months in advance. That's when I realized sales isn't about pressure, it's about understanding. It's not even about you, it's about them. Stephen Covey from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People said it the best. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Whether you are running a business, interviewing for a job, pitching an idea, or even dating, sales is everywhere. And those who master it win. Why? Because this is a high-income, high-impact skills that transfer across any industry. It's about connection, empathy, and clear communication. If you sat in front of your gym clients today, would you know what to say? If not, start now. Ask better questions. Listen more, because sales downright isn't pressure. It's about service. And those who serve well earns well. Your next breakthrough might be just one conversation away. Skill number 3, leadership. Here is the truth most people miss. Leadership is one of the highest paying skills in the world. Why? Because great leaders build engaged teams. Engaged teams build productive company. And productive company become essentially valuable. I have come to see leadership as two interconnected parts. The first is self-leadership, how you manage your time, energy, and principle. That's the foundation. We will dive deeper into that points in 4 and 5 in this video. The second is team leadership, how you influence and inspire those around you to achieve something greater together than you ever could do alone by yourself. That's what this session about. I used to think about leadership was about being in charge, having the answers all the time, calling the shots, being the boss people look to. But when my company grew past 30 employees, I hit a breaking point. I was overwhelmed, anxious, and despite all my effort, my team wasn't thriving. Then I read something from Joe Maxwell that changed everything. He said, leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. That's when it clicked. Leadership isn't about control, it's about connection. It's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about creating the space for others to grow. I stopped assessing over results and started focusing on removing roadblocks for my team. And something amazing happens. Performance went up, my stress level went down, and the business kept growing without me needing to be in the middle of everything. Even now with my YouTube channel, I don't see it as a performance, I see it as a free community service. That shift changed everything. It took the pressure off me and brought the purpose back in. And here is the part most people don't realize. The more you grow as a leader, the more capabilities you build to serve others. And when you serve well, money becomes a byproduct, not the goal. So don't ask, where can I earn more? Ask instead, where can I serve with the skill I already have? Because when you lead with purpose, profit follows. Skill number 4, time and energy management. Look, time is your most valuable asset, and no, that's not a motivational post. It's a fact. You get 24 hours a day. I get 24 hours. Elon Musk gets 24. The real threat is not how much time you have, it's what the hell you do with it. Most people waste it. They are busy but not effective. They stay busy to feel important but get absolutely nothing done. So the question isn't, am I busy? It's what am I busy doing? Here is a hard truth. You can always make more money, but you can't buy more time. And managing your time is really just managing your energy. That's the secret sauce no one talks about. Where are you putting your attention when your energy is sharpest? Are you doing deepest work that moves the needle, or replying to emails and pretending to be productive? One of my favorite quotes from Principle by Ray Dalio. You can have anything you want, but you can't have everything you want. Translation: if you are trying to do everything, you are going to suck at most of it. Being effective means having the balls to say no to 90% of things, so you can go all in to the 10% that actually matter. Fighting a good battle is choosing which battle to fight. Trying to win every battle is a fast track to burning out and being average at all of it. So be ruthless. Separate the noise from the signal. Prioritize like your future depends on it, because it does. Plan your day based on energy, not just on time. Protect your focus like your last dollar. Take breaks, set boundaries, say no to the things that don't move forward. Because when you get this right, you don't just get more done, you get more done on purpose. Skill number 5, money management. Here is something most people don't realize. Over half the people earning six figures still live paycheck to paycheck. That's right, it gets worse. 30% of lottery winners go bankrupt within 5 years. These aren't one-off stories, they are patterns. And those patterns have one thing in common, a lack of money management skill. On the other side, around 15% of all billionaires are in finance. Not acting, not sports, not fashion. Finance. Why? Because they don't just make money, they master it. They treat money like a tool, not a trophy. And tools can be learned, developed, and scaled. Money is a skill, just like learning to drive or swimming. You don't need to figure it out all on your own. Success leaves clues. So study people who are actually good at money, not just the ones who look rich, but the ones who quietly build and multiply wealth over decades. And here is a truth most people miss. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how well you manage what you keep. Most people fall into the trap of upgrading their lifestyle every time their income goes up. But wealth comes from upgrading your mindset. Start today to upgrade your wealth mindset by like this channel to take your first step. These 5 skills: public speaking, consultative, sales, servant leadership, effective time and energy management, and wise money management, aren't isolated. They build upon each other, creating a synergy that accelerates your success. When you speak clearly, lead effectively, sell emphatically, manage your resources, and stewardship your finance wisely, your life transforms profoundly. Now it's your turn. Reflect on which of these skills you are strongest at and which you want to focus on improving. Drop a comment below sharing your next step. If you found value in today's insight, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bells to stay updated with more powerful strategies. Let's grow together and thrive. See you in the next video.